In Nashville, Tennessee is a company called Dominion Payroll. I want you to understand that there are more than one company named Dominion. I'm not saying, I'm just saying you might want to double check where you're getting information from. Less than 3 hours after the bombing happened in Nashville, a rumor was created from whole cloth. To prove it's real, someone found someone's Facebook page and included a screenshot, but avoided letting you know that it was a Facebook page. And it showed a posting like what you were looking up when you found my video, with 4D above it, which means the posting was 4 days old, and it said something along the lines of that AT&T Nashville got a contract to do a forensic audit on Dominion voting machines, and it's presumed it has to be from Georgia or something. But it wasn't actually phrased that way. It was saying, I'm just asking questions, which means the person is doing that thing that this channel's named for when I do videos called Just Answering Questions. If you say, you can't yell at me for not having evidence, I'm just asking a question, fuck you. What that means is you're deliberately trying to create propaganda. That's it. You're just trying to get away with lying and not being called on it. So, where did this rumor start from? According to a Twitter user, the Twitter user was just asking questions, jacking. So, jacking a Twitter thread here. The archive below will link to that statement that ends in XWA. Right Journalism on the 26th, the day afterwards, reposted the story without even trying to double check it. Well, actually, no, they did. They contacted the original facebook.com/jeremyj page. And he said he took down his posting so you couldn't check whether or not it was really that old. And he confirmed only this. Yes, I heard that rumor. I was reposting a rumor. He didn't specify what day he posted. He said it was a real posting, but he didn't specify what day it was. And he didn't allow anybody to see it made as an unlisted or sendable link where someone could read it and confirm it was really posted that day. What are all the assertions you've read? Here we go. That the AT&T location in Nashville is an NSA hardened switching facility, or spy hub. Hardened to NSA standards simply means you're a telecom company. It doesn't mean you're a spying location. It means you're trying to make sure that it's hard to break into by spies, because you're a telecom company. That's your fucking job. If you can't make it hardened to national security NSA bullshit standards, you haven't done your job right. Another claim, a number of voting machines were being transported to Nashville for an audit, and AT&T was awarded a forensic auditing contract for the voting machines, and it must have been Georgia. This is shit that was created from whole cloth after the bombs went off. After the bomb went off. After the guy set off the explosive in his van, or, excuse me, camper van. His RV. Another claim that comes up, because when you ask him, where did you get this from, it's acknowledged to be a rumor somebody repeated. He didn't have any evidence for it. And whether it was 4 days before the explosion, he won't confirm, because he's done the one thing you need to do to make it to where I can't double check whether or not he actually posted that 4 days before. And yeah, it's a fake image. Someone phonied it up. They did a screenshot instead of posting a link to it, and they didn't archive it when it was visible. Facebook and Twitter, you can still archive them. It's hit or miss, but if you keep trying, you can do it. You can also just, well, on Twitter it's retweeting, but you can link to it and say, hey, look at this guy. He saw something 4 days before the explosion. Nobody did that. They just used the screenshot, because there wasn't a post that was 4 days old. And another one is that owners of Dominion Voting Systems was a company called Staple Street Capital. And they are former executives from a company, and that company is a former owner of the building in Nashville. What does that mean? That means large corporations have members that pass between each other? Well, that's a little coincidental. The whole presumption here is that you've got this dead to rights. You know, you've solved the mystery. You'll Scoobied and Shaggied it. Because somebody said, I'm repeating a rumor. And the only thing different about it is that the rumor had the letter 4 and the number D, or the number 4 and letter D on it, indicating 4 days old. But he hid every bit of it. And what's funny is a couple of people did go by and noted he doesn't have a posting like that. The instant it was reposted, people went to his Facebook page and didn't find it. They looked for it on that day, the day that should have been before that, which would have been on the 21st. Looked earlier, looked later. Nobody could find it. Did these rumors exist before Christmas? Some people even decided to post a link to an AT&T file, hoping that it would be long enough to keep somebody busy, but people said, that doesn't say anything about it. And then they said, you didn't look hard enough. It's like, no, you're not telling us what it says. What does it say? AT&T did not announce receiving a contract to do an audit of Dominion's equipment, nor did that location get listed as a place in the news or by anybody as a shipped location or location for Dominion voting machines to be sent for some audit. And if some company was given the job, like AT&T, to do an audit, Sidney Powell would have told everybody about it and probably claimed that they had to be monitored. Or Trump would have. The claim the rumors started 4 days before the explosion is based on a screenshot of the rumor posted on Facebook by Edward Jones with the number 4 and the letter D on it. That's it. This post could not be located on that timeline at the time it was claimed. The profile pic had changed. The image that was on the profile is claimed to have been in his photo area. But again, they did a screenshot instead of pointing to it and archiving it, because you can do that. The page owner said, the post has been made private due to attention it's getting. But it's proof, and it doesn't cause you any harm to let it be visible, or you could have archived it and said, here's the archive of it. He did not. Dominion machines being shipped to AT&T for forensic audit, he said, is an unconfirmed rumor, which means he was literally posting or reposting a stupid story. He didn't specify what day it was, and he won't offer proof that he posted it 4 days before the explosion. We do not know if it was 4 days old when the bomb went off, and no one archived it, even though that is something you can do with the individual posting. And everyone shows a screenshot that's JPEG'd to death. So I get these postings. More like the Democrats were trying to blow up Dominion machines in the AT&T building. All right. Where is your proof that this happened, except for it actually going back to this rumor that was posted only on the day of the explosion? And again, immediately after it was seen, someone figured out it was a Facebook page and went looking for it, and there was no posting. He said it was a real posting, but he very carefully did not ask him when he posted it. And he has hidden it. Well, he's scared, and he's not scared. A person who's scared erases their Facebook page, takes down their icon, puts up a blank icon. You have proof of this, that you heard this rumor? Where'd you hear it from? At this point, we still have a rumor. No, he didn't hear a rumor 4 days before this happened. Somebody phonied up a screenshot from his page. It's not his fault. That's why he's hiding it. Loyal conservatives out there will not tolerate this man if he accidentally proves them wrong. He knows who to be scared of. People saying they're draining the swamp are the alligators. A few days ago, it was announced that some voting machines were meant to go to that AT&T building. No, it wasn't announced. It simply fucking wasn't, because AT&T would have to do it, or the people doing the voting equipment, Or they would have had to announce that they were going to have an independent contractor do an audit. And they would have said it was AT&T. That would be something they'd announce because that would be something they have to do, right? Oh, no, it's the Democrats. Okay, well, if the Democrats arranged for this to be secret, why would they blow up the building if they have that much power over it? And a person even says, it's just speculation. No, you're repeating a lie. It's not even a rumor anymore. The building at which the RV exploded is an AT&T building. AT&T contracted to do forensic audit on Dominion voting machines. No, they fucking didn't, because you did not find a posting anywhere else other than some website that's telling you what you want to hear. They did not get a contract to do that. They did not get a contract to do that specifically at that location, and they didn't move the voting machines there because this is literally based on a couple of lines from some random person on Twitter and another random person on Facebook, only because somebody took a screenshot and put in 4D. Next, on Facebook, are you able to edit your postings? Yes or no? You have to look that up. Dominion machines were being moved to Nashville. No, they were not, because you're making that claim out of whole cloth from somebody who did not confirm it. And the one thing they had to do to confirm it was to make it visible long enough to archive it. Because a post on Facebook can be archived and then make it private. It would not have caused them any problem after that point. And it would have been easy because you could look at the upper right part of the screen and say, this was posted on a specific day. The longer he waits, the less accurate it'll be. It'll say eventually a month ago instead of a specific number of days. In fact, if he waits just a little longer, it'll say a week ago, which makes it vague. Former owner of AT&T building was a company, and that company owns Dominion. And that company is run by a company that co-founded somebody, that was founded by somebody else, and that man is Joe Biden's brother-in-law. That's like 80 layers of separation, and that's not the building that anything was taken to, because again, this is based on someone just asking questions. Wasn't that where they were sent? Nothing to see here, cheers. Yeah, nothing to see here. You have nothing to bring to the table. You brought a fart. A stinky one. I'm going to open up the image that I downloaded. Let's see if I can throw it here. Edward Jones' direct quote from his own channel. 4 days ago, it says. 4D. And it's supposed to be accurate. Let's read. Rumor is that AT&T got the contract to do the forensic audit the Dominion machines. Many are being transported to the Nashville location this week. And then thumbs up and a happy screamy face, laughing face. 4 comments. On the day it was screenshotted, and it was screenshotted by pointing a camera at a screen. I've pointed this out before. It's a fucking link. Everybody knows that if you're doing that, you're hiding the rest of the data on top, like the website name, like Facebook or Twitter. You're hiding the fact that you're trying to make a bullshit story. Can a person change what they type in on a posting on Facebook? I don't know. I haven't been on it in a long time. Could somebody just photo edit this? Yes, very easily. It's fake. The person you're claiming as a source for information goes under the name Edward Jones. And Edward Jones is a person on Facebook under jeremyj. Doesn't even have his name straight. Okay? And all you have to do is ask him where he heard the rumor from. And it's still just a rumor. But he has to show you when he posted that to prove it's 4 days old on the day that this explosion happened. It is not. This is a lie. At bare minimum, it's a rumor-mongering attempt. At worst, it's propaganda. Good day, good luck, goodbye. By the way, look at what he's wearing on there. Just observe.